Time for our DraftKings first call parlay. We have 2 Game 1 semifinals kicking off tonight in each conference. Let's get some picks here. Janae, I don't know if Janae, I don't think can hear me, so I'm going to go to Stephen A first. Stephen A, why do you like Jalen Brunson to have 7 or more assists?
Because I think that, there's going to be ample opportunities for the OG Anunobys, the Karl Anthony Towns, and to a lesser degree, whether it's a Mikal Bridges or Josh Hart, to feed off of Jalen Brunson and get some of their opportunities off. I think Philadelphia is going to key on Jalen Brunson, not that that's going to stop him, but I think it's going to be an opportunity for others to step up and make their presence known. So I don't think 7 assists is too far-fetched of an expectation.
All right, Jay. Julius Randle, 20 or more points tonight. Why?
Well, we'll see about Ant, but he's going to have to do that. And obviously, Gobert being able to move Wemby away from the rim. Julius Randle, one of those guys that obviously needs to be on a tear for Minnesota to have a chance to win the series. So that's not just tonight. That's every night that Minnesota has to play San Antonio.
I am going to go with Victor Wembanyama having 3 or more three-point shots. I think Rudy Gobert is going to have to chase him all night tonight. And this is something that Wemby is very accustomed to. 17 times in the regular season and 1 time in the playoffs did he have 3 or more threes. The Spurs went 13-4 whenever he does that. It's a winning recipe for the San Antonio Spurs. Let's talk more about Wemby, though. He is up against someone that he is familiar with, going up against 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in Rudy Gobert. Chanae, I don't know, can Chanae? Chanae cannot hear me. Okay, so is the matchup between Wemby and Rudy the most intriguing matchup here in the second round? Jay, what do you think?
Not for me. And look, I think Wemby is obviously one of the most incredible talents there is in basketball. And I've seen the job that Gobert was able to do against Denver. And I think it's going to be a difficult matchup. But I feel like I know the personalities of both those two people, right? Like you watch Wemby on TV, you know who he is, you see it in person, you feel it with the way he plays. Like he is old school, hardcore. Rudy Gobert, obviously that background that they both have from France, but still defensive-minded, a guy that's going to take on that challenge. The best matchup to me in the playoffs is Joel Embiid versus Karl Anthony Towns. Stephen A., for all the reasons you alluded to before, it may not be the one that's the most exciting way it jumps off the page because nobody in the game of basketball is Victor Wembanyama. Nobody. But we get a chance to see the real personality of Karl Anthony Towns against a guy that there is history there. They have fought each other. They go at each other. And all this talk about getting through Joel Embiid, everybody's talking about Boston, for it to be Joel Embiid for Karl Anthony Towns, when people are questioning the toughness of Karl Anthony Towns, if there's any series you want to see him put a stake in the ground, it is versus Joel Embiid, who is hobbling, whatever the hell it is, it don't matter. New York fans aren't going to care. They want to see him go at Joel Embiid. I love that matchup.
Okay, so you like Embiid. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Janae, your most favorable matchup.
Let me break this down. The most intriguing player right now in the NBA is an all-star, newly named Defensive Player of the Year, someone who is coming off of a 17-point, 14-rebound, 6-block game, giving the Spurs their first playoff series win since 2017, which is wild that it's been that long. That man is Victor Wembanyama. He has that it factor. I was home, Houston, Texas, with my dad. He was just walking through the kitchen. I was watching the games, obviously. And there are very few players that makes anyone watching just stop what they're doing in their tracks and admire. It's Victor. My dad had to sit down and was like, how is this fully possible? This man is just scratching the surface of greatness. And who is he going up against? His teammate by France. And Rudy Gobert, who is a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, who just forced Nikola Jokic to shoot the worst shooting percentage that we have seen him don in a Nuggets uniform, around 56 or so percent, a horrible shooting percentage. And so relative to what Jokic is capable of doing, you look at these two guys, I know maybe centers are not sexy in this day and age, even though you are going with the center matchup for Philly and New York, but Victor Wembanyama is appointment viewing and Rudy Gobert is having a renaissance in how he's approaching the postseason. Give me that matchup.
No, Janae, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to side with Jay here. And the reason I'm going to side with Jay here is because, for the most part, when you look at Jokic and the way he's owned Rudy Gobert in the past, although a few threes would be sprinkled in there. The brother was averaging 35 on 65% shooting this season alone, and historically owned Rudy Gobert before this go round. Props to Rudy Gobert for stepping up his game, making the necessary adjustments, and doing what he got to do. But when I'm thinking about Wembanyama, I'm like, yo, what you gonna do if you Rudy Gobert against a brother that's pulling up from three? What you gonna do? I mean, we can't expect anything from Rudy Gobert in that regard. It's more plausible to think about Karl Anthony Towns against Joel Embiid. Because Joel Embiid is hobbled, he can't really get off the floor. Even though he's big at 7'1", 270 and can put that backside on you, and that could be problematic, obviously. He can't get off the floor the way he used to be able to whenever he's healthy. But he's still got game and he still got moves back to the basket or facing the basket. Karl Anthony Towns is a brother whose post game is limited, but he can sniper you out of there from long range. And him against Embiid, I believe, if he doesn't answer the call offensively, the New York Knicks could lose this series. Obviously, I got them winning the series because I have faith in my man that I did the commercial with for the NBA. I believe Karl Anthony Towns will show up, and he gonna sit up there and put some buckets, and the Knicks gonna win this series.
That series is the one to watch, but the matchup to me is the one in San Antonio. But I hear you.
All right, well, both of these series and
Texas
both of these matchups will happen tonight. We're excited for it.
You know it.
We have Julius Randle to have 20-plus points, Jalen Brunson to record 7 or more assists, and then Victor Wembanyama to make 3 or more threes. Those odds are plus 600 for a parlay on DraftKings Sportsbook. Coming up, Joel Embiid making a plea to Sixers fans. What the Sixers star is asking and why, we got to respond.
On DraftKings Sportsbook, all customers can get a profit boost every day of the NBA playoffs. Download the app and use promo code FIRSTTAKE when you sign up.
Welcome back. In a galaxy far, far away, we would be remiss to say at least once, may the 4th be with you.
Last time we played the Knicks, it felt like this was Madison Square Garden East. So we're gonna need the support. Don't sell your tickets. This is bigger than you. It's Knicks fans. They travel. They're gonna buy the tickets, and there's gonna be, some people that need the money and that, probably gonna sell tickets. Don't do it. We need you guys. We got a pretty good chance. We're gonna need that support. We're gonna need them to be extremely loud. If you need money, I got you.
Offering off his bread. Okay, he's like, hey, don't sell the tickets. We need you, Madison Square Garden East. What do you think? Your reaction?
Look, number one, I love the way Joel Embiid sells the game of basketball. Like, we need somebody like that. And I also love the fact that he can call out his own fan base because he's right, Stephen A. He's right.
Well, he's right because the New York Knicks fan base is one of a kind. We going to travel. We going to roll up in Philly. We going to take over. I mean, he can try, but it don't matter. Knicks fans going to get in the building. They going to get in the building. Okay? It's just going to happen. No matter how much he cries about wanting it to be different.
All right, do your dance. We're on our way out. Do the dance.